Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're just stumbling on my video for the very first time, my name is Dorothy Shitanga and I'm a pharmacist living and practicing in Nigeria. So today's episode of Pharma Talk, I'm going to be delving a little bit into the male reproductive health. So a lot of guys have been entering my DM saying, why be say all your content you only they talk about ladies. Say we guys no get issues. So today's episode, I'm going to be talking about that. For the records, ladies have a lot of wahala, but sorry, even guys also have their own lot of wahala. So let's put it even. And today let's talk about some issues that have been coming up, especially when it comes to the guys. And one of the major issues that has been coming up lately, especially for those of us that are in the community pharmacy, we tend to see more of guys that come into the pharmacy requesting for erectile dysfunction medications. And the idea we had before now, right, is the fact that most guys, when they tend to get towards the older age, like as it transcends towards 45, 50, their performance rate begins to decline. When I'm talking about performance rate, the reference to sexual performance rate, it tends to decline as they move up in their age. Lately you tend to see people around the ages of 25, 27, 30, and they're coming to demand for erectile dysfunction medication. What is going on? Yeah, what's going on? So in this video I'm going to be talking about some of the things that might predispose you to erectile dysfunction, and some little tips here and there on how to go about it. If we're unable to complete the tips, we'll continue in another episode. Might be anticipating another part. That's if it doesn't get too long. So first off, we want to understand what is erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction is the inability to get or keep an erection long enough for you to have sexual intercourse. So it's either you have the erection or the erection doesn't stay long enough, or you don't even have the erection at all. That is what we mean by an erectile dysfunction. It means there is a problem. There's a problem. Yeah, and so this happens a lot with the male folks. Obviously, a woman will not be having an erectile dysfunction because a woman doesn't have a penis. So yeah. So some of the things that might trigger it, I would like to move from the psychological to the physical factors. So the things that result into erectile dysfunction can be categorized into two areas: psychological area and the physical area. So when we're looking at the physical area, we'll get into that, but let's go to the psychological area. So in the psychological area, there are a lot of things that might make you not be able to have a proper erection. One of the major things we want to look out for in this area is stress. If you are stressed as a man, you will not be able to hold an erection for that long. Why? Because you're stressed, and a lot of the processes that are involved in erection, they comes from the brain. They start from the brain. So it's the brain that triggers so many things. So once you are stressed, there will be no way for you to move on to say, oh, I want to do this, because the brain needs to be able to trigger certain excitement that, hey, you know what, I need to have a sexual, and then it triggers all of that. So first off is stress. Another thing you want to look out for is anxiety. So sometimes a lot of guys become excessively anxious on the fact that, oh, I want to impress this lady. So this lady just came to my house now. I must not fall her hand, or I need to give it my best. And because of that anxiety of you want to be at your best, most of the time, a lot of people don't end up even giving their best because you're anxious. Anxiety sets in. Other persons might have some issue, either people that are depressed, they might find it difficult to also, keep up an erection because all of this stems from the brain. Yes. And then emotions, your relationship. So you might not really be in a good mood with somebody, right? So take for instance, your wife or your girlfriend annoyed you some couple of days back, and then deep down you have not even forgiven the person, and then this person is coming towards you, like there's no way you'll be able to perform well because you still have grudges, with this person, and you're not really at peace with that person. So it tends to, affect how well, you relate with your, you know, partner. You might not be able to keep that up. Why? Because the brain is not even excited. There is no excitement to, bring about the release of different hormones that will trigger, sexual performance. These are basically the psychological factors that could affect your sexual performance as a man. So we'll come back in another episode because this is getting really long. We'll come back in another episode, and then we're going to be talking about the physical factors that could lead to, erectile dysfunction. Once I come away next week, to take care of yourself, and bye.